let's roll into lesson number 4 here. How do you measure the quality of the content, making sure it's original and SEO optimized?
Yeah, so for SEO optimization, like I said earlier, Jasper pretty much does a good job for us. We don't need to add much in terms of the SEO aspect. But what we typically do make use of are tools such as Surfer. We recently partnered up with them as well. That gives us a major boost in terms of ranking and attracting traffic. We've only had one customer in recent times who opted for the Surfer SEO option. Actually, he was the one who provided us with Surfer's interface and everything, and we aligned our content or based our content based on Surfer's recommendations. You know, the keywords, the paragraphs, images. And as it turns out, that site did really well in such a short time span, such that the client was actually interested in placing and working with us long term. He placed an order of, I think, 500 or 600 more articles, particularly because the first order did so well. So in terms of that, I would say that Surfer is a great tool to use. It really helps, and more importantly, it's so easy to use. Like it's everything that is derived is so simple. You simply have to follow the recommendations that Surfer provides. Once you enter the headline, it gives you a list of keywords to follow, a list of paragraphs that you have to write down, images, and as you fulfill those guidelines, the ranking, the Surfer rating automatically goes up. So the greater the rating, the more chances your content has to rank.
I think it would be valuable for the audience to see, what our native integration with Surfer looks like. So what I'm going to do here is share my screen.
I've played around with it, just jumping in, and to be honest, the dev team has done a really great job at making the integration so seamless and beautiful looking. So kudos to your engineering team.
Thank you. Yeah, so we actually have the native integration with Surfer, and let's see, I know here, this is one of the ones that Megan wrote. She leads our customer success team. And so in Surfer, we did a little keyword research on, how to drive organizational change. We can see here the keyword that we focused on is change management and managing change, really in the focus of the workplace, right? So gave Surfer those keywords. If you were to kind of tie this in with what Osama is doing, that spreadsheet where you saw the keyword and its difficulty and its traffic, you would put that here in a Surfer. And then what it does is shows you a list of all of the words that you should include to outrank the current articles that are ranking for that keyword. And so here within the article that's already been written, so you're kind of seeing the end result is all of these words are actually included. If it's in red, it hasn't been included enough. Currently, we have this, I guess, says too much, right? It says 2 to 3 times. Currently used 5. It's okay to be an overachiever sometimes, but it'll also say here, maybe 0. We currently use this change management professionals 0 times. Whether maybe recommend 1 to 2 based on who's currently ranking. Now, you don't have to have a perfect score here. What our benchmarks are, if we write articles for ourselves, is to get this in the green zone, which is a 72, I believe, or a higher. And normally we can get this. Megan can at least get this up in about an hour. And so yeah, you see there's images in here. So we included the minimal number of images, 3 to 9, headings, number of words. We can increase this more to really crank it up, but it's diminishing returns once you get past like 75. Getting in there to 85, 95 is more work with, you're probably already ranking number one or two. So don't stress out. You know, if you have a bunch of articles ranking in the green zone, then you're going to really see a huge spike in traffic and outrank your competition on Google.
And can I just jump in? So we've used content optimization tools across all of our businesses for a long time now. And this integration is so key to this business, especially the way that we're creating content, because these tools are literally trained to look at Google and be like, hey, this is what all of these top ranking articles have in common. So go right, like they're basically giving you the recipe on how you're going to outrank that top page. And so by following something like this, it's so important and so like easy to do. So it seems crazy not to integrate this within our process of content creation for Rocket Content.
Yeah, absolutely. And also I wanted to share that we know how important it is to have original content. And so we are against plagiarism. And here's the good thing. Jasper does not take content from any other sources. It actually writes its own content. It has read, more than 10% of the internet at this point. However, it doesn't pull from any of those individual sources. It compiles the probability of words one by one to create this content originally. And so, if you're watching this and you're an agency, you need to cross your T's and dot your I's, of course. If you're an enterprise company, you want to make sure that, you don't produce content written by someone else. Sometimes, if it's a common sentence, that is a high probability that it would be said anyway, it's not truly plagiarism, but you do want to have it be original. And so that's why we partnered with Copyscape. It's the #1 plagiarism tool. And by going through this extension here within Jasper, you're going to save 20%. So all you have to do is scan your document, and it's going to go and look on the internet for other articles that, have potentially plagiarism. And you can see here that no plagiarism was found after scanning 1,900 words. So this is just really to give you confidence to publish and not worry about plagiarism and not worry about getting any repeat content from your competition, which obviously Google would deduct from. So this would be somewhere in your last steps here, Osama, and I'll pass it back to you now. But this is a really important step before publishing.
Yeah, exactly. Our standard procedure also includes scanning each of the article through Copyscape to ensure that we maintain originality. I think that is one of the core steps of the entire process. Otherwise, if the content is plagiarized and it gets out, then it's only gonna impact us negatively. So yeah, Copyscape is necessary. What we do is essentially I ask my writers to ensure that every article, every piece of content is scanned through plagiarism, and to provide proof to the client, because sometimes the clients can ask, like they do have the right to ask. They ask us that, okay, what proof do we have that the content is original? So what I tell my writers to take a screenshot of the report of the final version of our content, take a screenshot of the Copyscape report, and then add it into a separate Google folder that I have for every single client of ours. We add it to their folder, and I share that folder with the client. So if they have any questions about the authenticity of the quality content, they can simply look through the Copyscape spreadsheets. It gives them Copyscape images, screenshots, and it gives them a report as to whether the content is original, which it is.